First time I played Mike Tyson's Punch Out was probably, I'd say, a year to 2 years after it came out. Especially since we didn't even get our NES until 87, 88 or so. And that definitely was not on the top of anyone's to-buy list, if you will. I remember seeing the commercial when I was a kid for the game, which actually featured Mike Tyson himself. And Mike Tyson at that time, in the mid-late 80s, late 80s especially, he was the champ. He was king of the world at that time. Anytime boxing pay-per-view came on, or anytime he fought at all, period, it was just sellout crowds. They were quick matches. I mean, the dude was knocking people out in first round, second round. Nobody at that time could even match or compete with Mike Tyson. So now we get a chance to actually play him in a game. Because honestly, I wouldn't want to fight Mike Tyson in real life. First time I played Mike Tyson's Punch Out was actually at a friend's house. We I wouldn't say we kind of not lived above our means, but that's what I'm looking for here. We tended to have friends who were well off than us. Well, actually, that was everybody. I guess if they could afford food, they were more well off than we were. So, you know, went to a friend's house. He had Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Played the game. Instantly fell in love with the game. Probably sucked. Probably didn't even beat Glass Joe my first time. If I did, I damn sure didn't get past Von Kaiser, however you want to say his name. But from that moment on, it was basically like, okay, I gotta have this. This is going on a birthday list, a Christmas list, something. It's on a wish list somewhere. The thing I liked about Mike Tyson's Punch Out as a kid, first and foremost, was the chance to actually be able to fight Mike Tyson, to fight a real life person like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was larger than life. You know, like I've said, at the time, he was the most famous boxer in the world at the time. The challenge factor of the game was something else that I liked about it. Not that a lot of games were easy back then, but this is one of those things. Like you could put yourself in the place of Little Mac, this 17-year-old kid who at the time I was, what, 8, 9, 10, and going up through the ranks, fighting these monsters of men, basically, and you're just a little guy. You're against all odds, basically. I really like that. I kind of like that whole underdog story thing. And this was no different. Of course, Little Mac, Mike Tyson's Punch Out, you know, you can kind of relate Little Mac to Rocky, which everybody loves Rocky, right? Or I love Rocky at least. But you got this underdog who fights his way up to the top, just like Little Mac. Now, what I like about Mike Tyson's Punch Out now is that it continues to be challenging. It continues to challenge, you can challenge yourself more than you're challenging the game, but at the same time, in challenging yourself, you have to challenge the game and try to best the game. Just things like getting your total time down, your total fight time, whatever, from beginning to Tyson. My best time is, I don't know, about 30 minutes or so, 35 minutes, something like that, which isn't bad. That's starting at the beginning, running all the way through. It's no world record or anything. And what I like about the game now is you're constantly finding new things. You're finding new things about the game and in the game. Not too long ago, there was a cheat discovered. I guess there's some guy in the front row who like ducks during Bull's charge, and that's when you're supposed to hit him. I've got the timing of the actual charge down without looking at the guy, so that actually just kind of messes me up. But the challenge factor of the game is still there. I still play this game to this day, and that's why I wanted to do this video on Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Tyson himself is actually still a challenge for me. I can't, a lot of times, if I'm running through the game start to finish, I don't always beat him the first time. You know, I'll have to use that continue and go back and beat him again. Or just say, okay, fuck it, let me put in the code, which is, what is it, 007-373-5963? Yeah, I think that's right, 007-373-5963. No, it is. You still remember that code. Yeah, I still use it. Sometimes I just want to fight Tyson, just practice on Tyson. No, that's what I like about the game now is it's kind of one of those games I challenge myself speed running and just finding better ways to beat the opponents, quicker ways to beat the opponents. I can do most guys in the first round until like sometimes Soda Popinski, you know, or Macho Man, Mr. Sandman, those guys definitely take more than one round. The game is a good, as far as sports games go, it's probably the best sports game on the console. I would definitely put Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Man, all-time NES games, I think it probably makes my top 20 for sure. Does it sneak into my top 15? I don't know. I don't know. There's some really good games on the NES, but Mike Tyson's Punch Out I would definitely put in my top 20.